the order that we're introducing, I'm in the first chair here, and then we have Mike, you're here, Mike Yonkers, and then we have Southern California Medicine. Okay, Troy. Right. On over this way. Also here again. Is he giving you one? Thanks for coming and supporting us, all right? It looks fabulous. I even like the pumpkin staring at me, you know? Yeah. Good to see you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you are able for the March On of the Colors by the 2nd Battalion, 11th Marines, 1st Marine Division Color Guard. Please remain standing for the National Anthem. Singing the National Anthem is Katrina Pizak, wife to active duty U.S. Marine Gunnery Sergeant Brad Pizak.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please remain standing before we proceed with the program. Please retire the colors. Thank you. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your Master of Ceremonies, Vice President, Orange County Register and Freedom Communications, Steve Turner.
I must tell you, Hangar 244 has never looked this good. Give yourselves a big round of applause on this great Thursday morning. Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here today, and welcome to the U.S. Department of Energy Solar Decathlon 2013. And a very, very special welcome this morning to our collegiate teams. You have been working hard for the last 10, 14 days, and we just can't wait to see the fruits of your labor. I am so excited to be here today for the opening ceremony of the Solar Decathlon. Nowhere in America is the sun going to shine as brightly as it will today here in Irvine, so we are very, very excited about this. These are innovative students who have been hard at work over 2 years designing and building their energy-efficient solar-powered houses. These students are not only learning by participating in this award-winning competition, they're teaching the public how to innovate, and affordable clean energy solutions available today can help consumers save energy and, most importantly, money. They're also helping to protect our environment and leading us to a much more sustainable future. They did their part. Now it's time to do ours. But before you learn about these teams and their houses, we need to cut a ribbon to open this great competition and exhibit. And first, you need to meet some very, very important supporters. These are people who have made this spectacular event happen. And before that, I need to share with you that we have a very special guest who we had lined up who unfortunately was unable to attend today. The U.S. Secretary of Energy, Dr. Ernest Moniz, in charge of leading the Energy Department, which works to support President Obama's goals of growing the economy, enhancing security, and protecting the environment. His mission encompasses advancing the President's all-of-the-above energy strategy, maintaining the nuclear deterrent and reducing the nuclear danger, promoting American leadership in science and clean energy technology innovation, cleaning up the legacy of the Cold War, and strengthening management and performance. Unfortunately, the Secretary was unable to be with us today, but he has recorded a very special message for all of us in this wonderful hangar. Please turn your attention to the video screen.
Hello, I'm Secretary of Energy, Irvine. I'm very sorry that I can't be there in person to see the amazing homes and to congratulate each of you on a job well done. Back when I was at MIT, I remember well the creativity, investment, and excitement generated in putting together a solar decathlon engine. The educational value was extraordinary, both for the team and for the rest of the campus, demonstrating how solar energy and efficiency work together to produce great livable space. I know that all the entries into this year's solar decathlon will have a similar impact on your campuses and also on the public. As many of you know, the federal government has shut down. I'll be in Washington, D.C. until Congress finds a way out of this unnecessary interruption of services to our citizens. The solar decathlon is a perfect example of what government can do when it works right. This event inspires and trains the next generation of scientists, engineers, and entrepreneurs, and it shows that affordable, dependable solar power can be a reality in American homes right now. It's an exciting time to be working in solar energy. Since 2008, solar PV deployment in the United States has jumped tenfold. And in that same period, the price of a PV module has dropped nearly 80%. Solar power is becoming commonplace in American homes and businesses. 6 out of 10 major U.S. home builders now offer solar for new construction, and more are joining in. Some of the world's largest companies are deploying solar at a massive scale. Apple, FedEx, GM, Google, Walmart, just to mention a few. And solar energy works hand in hand with efficient buildings to support a sustainable built environment. President Obama has made clear that we need affordable sources of renewable energy in order to reduce the threat of climate change. And each of you are helping to make this clean energy future a reality. Thank you for your hard work, and congratulations on making it this far. I wish you a very successful decathlon.
Events like the Solar Decathlon require a great deal of support from a lot of people and organizations. This year's Solar Decathlon has 5 sustaining sponsors, and each one of them brings a unique contribution to this event. They are leaders in their fields, generous with their time, and committed to the goals of the Solar Decathlon. First, I'd like to bring to the podium and introduce to you Mike Mansuetti, President of Bosch North America. As part of its commitment to find economic ways to create a sustainable energy supply and a brighter future, Bosch's support of the Solar Decathlon and many of the competing teams was integral for making this event such a great success. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the microphone Mike Mansuetti, President of Bosch North America.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Glad to see all of you again. Did you enjoy last night? Those of you who missed it, pizza and food are great for college kids, so they're really excited. You guys have done a lot of hard work, and I'm glad you had a chance to unwind before you set off on this very busy week to compete. So really, if we look, the fact that we are all here, basically in this place, shows that we care about our environment. And like you, Bosch cares about advancing the cause of clean, efficient, reliable, and locally sourced energy. But this event is really much more than the competition itself. It's really about our future. And clearly, it is important to our nation. So thank you again for being here. And on behalf of the Bosch Group and our more than 300,000 associates globally, we are really proud to be part of this event and sponsor. You will see many of the teams, in fact 6 teams, as you go through the houses today, have utilized Bosch technology in helping meet their efficiency standards. So things from energy efficient appliances to thermal technology to even PV. So we are proud to be a part of those causes. And I would also like to commend the Department of Energy for making this much more, or expanding the Solar Decathlon this year to mobility. So mobility is also very important to our lives, and we are happy to have at the Solar Decathlon and Expo this year a presentation from our e-bike. So making our mobility, it's an exciting thing that we're doing. I think e-biking has been something that is growing in Europe, and we see that huge market potential here in the States and a growing interest in e-mobility. So I encourage all of you, as you're looking at the houses today, to visit our e-mobility stand and take a ride on some of the e-bikes out there. You won't find another place where you can ride as many varieties and types of e-bikes as we have today. And also, this is important to Bosch because of our commitment to STEM education, science, technology, engineering, math. This is why you are here today, and we are proud to be part of that. The creativity and the passion and the innovation that you have put into the houses is something that's very exciting for us, and we wish you all the best of luck in the competition. You are part of the future. These are the things we need in the future. We need students, bright students like you, creators, innovators, to help drive our businesses forward. I think all of us will state that. So we appreciate the fact that you are here, that you are not only learning and spreading the good news about this efficient technology and energy efficiency, but you're also creating the world of the future. So thank you very much. I wish you all the best of luck in the competition, and I look forward to seeing each and every one of you outside at the houses later today. Thank you.
I had no idea that pizza and beer was the exclusive domain of college students. I'll have to go home and rework that. Thank you, Mike, very much. Next, I'd like to recognize Cisco. Cisco is a leader in innovative technology that is transforming how government organizations better protect, serve, and educate their constituencies. For Solar Decathlon, Cisco is sponsoring internet access that is connecting the teams, organizers, and the public to each other and the rest of the world. With us today from Cisco is Mike Yonkers, Director of Systems Engineering. Please give Mike a warm welcome.
Good morning. I'm going to do my best to contain my excitement, but I am extremely excited to be here for a couple of reasons. And the first is, I'm an engineer by education and trade, and I'm also an environmentalist. I really, truly appreciate what's happening here. I've been accused of hugging a tree or two in my life, and so it's really exciting to see the technology coming together to do something good for the environment. So personally, I'm extremely excited to be here with you today. I am representing Cisco, and you may be wondering, what is Cisco, an IT company, doing at a Solar Decathlon? For us, it's very simple. There's two simple reasons why we're here. The first is in our vision, the Cisco vision, which is we are changing the way the world works, lives, plays, and learns. And you guys are doing that here today, and we are very proud to be a part of that. We believe that IT plays a very relevant role as we look for renewable energy sources and how we can go forward and take advantage of those. If you look at what you've accomplished, you've built houses that no longer are just consumers of energy, but they're producers of energy. So now we have the opportunity to put energy back into the grid in a much different way. That, to us, looks like a networking problem. As stated earlier, I work for the part of Cisco that supports the United States federal government, and I'm extremely excited by the presidential mandate to save over $2 billion in energy that the federal government uses itself. One of the ways they're doing that is through energy savings performance contracts, which are a really clever way to get industry to buy the capital up front, or expend the capital up front to kind of build new ways to do energy production for the federal government. But what also is happening is we're making the buildings themselves intelligent so we can collect the information, connecting the buildings together to collect the information so we can determine what the actual real true power needs are inside of a building. Using big data analytics, we can figure out exactly when we need to turn power on and when we can turn it off. And then we can take advantage of the network to actually affect those changes in a very agile and resilient and secure way. The second reason we're here was already stated by Mike. We believe very strongly in the STEM focus inside the United States, and we are actively a part of that and proud to be a part of that. We believe that an intelligent network is the way to change the world, and that's what Cisco's about. We are very proud to be a part of this. We're proud to partner with the Department of Energy, the National Renewable Energy Lab, the park, the Orange County Great Park here, and we're extremely proud of what you have done as students. I want to just take a quick moment to recognize the Cisco team here that's enabled what you're able to take advantage of this week. We have Andy, Millard, and Rafi. If you guys would raise your hands real quick. They've done a lot of work preparing for this. You'll see them around, and I want to personally thank them for the work they did. I can't wait to see the houses that you guys have built. I'm extremely excited for you, and you should be proud of your accomplishment. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mike. When we first arrived out here on runway 7L of what used to be the Marine Corps Air Station El Toro, there was no electrical power. Edison International supported the Solar Decathlon by providing an expert team of engineers and project managers from Southern California Edison to interconnect the Solar Decathlon microgrid to the utility electrical grid. Please, let's welcome a man who helped make that happen, Ted Craver, Chairman and President and CEO of Edison International. Ted?
Well, thank you very much, and good morning to you. I wanted to start out by thanking the Department of Energy. In fact, I was just with a group of energy executives back in Washington a few weeks ago, meeting with Secretary Moniz. I know he is really upset that he couldn't be here today. This is something that he believes in, and it's been a big part of his involvement at MIT. Also, I'd like to thank the City of Irvine, the Great Park, our business and community leaders, but most importantly, all of you, the collegiate teams that are engaged in this decathlon. Edison's investment in Solar Decathlon is really part of our continued commitment to the community, as well as a recognition of the importance of solar to society and to the electric grid. For nearly 30 years, Edison has been a leader in renewable energy. We've delivered more renewable energy to customers than literally any other utility in the United States. That was probably an Edison person who just started that. And actually, you know, sitting up here on the stage, I think we need to work on getting some LED lighting up here. It's, you can definitely feel the heat up here. Hopefully you've got that in your house. At any rate, clean energy really continues to be a significant part of our energy portfolio. I think probably many of you know here in California, we have a 33% renewable mandate, which means 33% of our electricity delivered to customers must come from qualifying renewable resources. So for instance, large hydroelectric power generation is not part of that. So this is solar, wind, biomass, geothermal, etc. Solar's been a pretty significant part of our portfolio, and in fact, we have today 91 megawatts of rooftop solar on large commercial buildings. So these are 1 to 2 megawatt installations on each of these rooftops. We also recently purchased a company in Chicago, Illinois, Socor, which is fully dedicated to delivering distributed generation, rooftop solar in particular, to commercial and industrial customers, and are also involved in a company that does financing for residential rooftop solar. But probably the most important contribution we have to this is the distribution system. Rooftop solar, or really any distributed generation, needs to have a vibrant, networked distribution system in order to have energy go into the system as well as be able to pull energy out and have it remain reliable. So our investment in the distribution system is really, as we see it, the enabler for all of the distributed generation. And finally, there'll be a day when we really have commercially viable storage, particularly in the form of battery storage. So our advanced technology group is working on advanced batteries, and we have a lab that does testing of advanced storage devices. So enough of the advertisement for Edison. We're pleased to be part of this event. We're pleased to be one of the sponsors along with our other corporate partners here. We really do appreciate this partnership with you. I'm excited about the innovation and excited to have a chance to get around and see some of the homes. So welcome and thank you very much.
Thank you, Ted, and thank you for helping power this lovely hangar today. Appreciate it. Next, I'd like to recognize Schneider Electric, a sustaining sponsor since 2009. Schneider Electric is responsible for designing and supplying a microgrid that enables a safe and reliable electrical connection between the solar decathlon, village, and the utility service. Schneider Electric is also an important sponsor of more than half of the competing teams, as well as a sponsor of Solar Decathlon Europe and Solar Decathlon China. Please welcome to the stage now to the podium, Chris Curtis, President and CEO of Schneider Electric's North America operations.
Thank you all, and I am extremely pleased to be here because number one, I live in Chicago and the weather's never as nice as it is here. Number two, I'm really glad to be with corporate partners here. I think all represent very socially responsible corporations, which is a very, very important part of this, plus they're all customers in some fashion, which I also like. You know, we're very committed here in the sense that, as you mentioned, we've been involved in this since the inception, both in North America and around the world. We think this represents is the embodiment of what the opportunity is in really in four ways. And as a company of over 30 billion in sales and 140,000 associates worldwide, 26,000 in North America, we see four opportunities. And not only talking about the technology that you're out there actually innovating with on a day-by-day basis here and demonstrated in what's going to take place as we cut the ribbon, the collaboration that it takes between government, industry, and academia is a huge opportunity that is a lesson that needs to be emphasized a great deal more in this country. It doesn't have to be contentious. You can be a hell of a lot more collaborative than it is today. We've experienced that already this week, making it somewhat challenging for our associates from the DOE. I get to say that, they can't. People, it's a great representation of the power of what people can do, given a goal, given an opportunity, how do they come together and ultimately work to what you folks have accomplished here. And then ultimately, there is no contention between doing the right thing and business responsibility and business profit. I think that's a paradox that we have to get over because there is in fact opportunity across both those ranges and both those goals. So it's very, very obvious as a company why we need to be invested in this and ultimately why we want to invest in what we see as the future going forward, which is really represented in all the teams here that we want to congratulate and quite frankly, thank you for all the energy you put forward and all the energy you will put forward in the coming days. Take care.
Special thank you, Chris, for what you've done to really recognize the global opportunities with Solar Decathlon, and certainly that international thread is represented, as you'll see in just a couple of moments when we introduce the teams. This is truly an international moment here in Irvine, so thank you, Chris. Next, I'd like to recognize a wonderful company that continues to lift this region and this county, Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo is a leader of positive environmental change in finding new ways to minimize our energy consumption, reduce waste, and support renewable sources of energy while building stronger communities. Wells Fargo's generosity supported the Solar Decathlon Visitor's Guide and volunteer program, as well as Solar Decathlon's vital logistical infrastructure. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the microphone Juan Penn, Managing Director of Wells Fargo's Global Clean Tech Banking Group. Juan?
Hi, good morning. So I was looking forward to coming and talk to you about Wells Fargo's efforts to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions, our $21 billion of financing solar power plants and energy efficient buildings. But then, I thought about the 3 months of traveling continuously that I've done, and I thought about all the things that you were working on, right? That home, energy efficient, livable home. And I thought about what that meant, that home without, with my 4 kids having dinner without their dad, that home with their 4 kids doing the homework without their dad's help, that home with their dad not taking the kids to soccer practice and football. And I thought I shouldn't take another plane ride here. So I went to the kids and I said, I'm going to cancel my trip. I'm not going to be fired. And I wouldn't even get a pay raise to go to this thing. So I'm going to be here. And the kids said, well, what were you going to go do? This Solar Decathlon thing. Well, what is it? And so I went and YouTubed it, right? And popped up. Where's Derek Young from Stanford? Where's the Stanford team? All right, there. So we pulled up, we saw your video, which I encourage you all to see. And my kids watched, there was a 10-minute video. And it was extremely inspiring. At the end of the 10-minute video, my 13-year-old decided that he's going to be an electrical engineer, designing the next smart grid. My 11-year-old girl says she's going to bring her design flair to make people's lives better, whatever that means. And my 6-year-old boy, who's into the Transformers, says he's going to build robots to help his mom clean the dishes and the mess they make. And my 4-year-old daughter has decided that homes for the solar universe, that's cool, Dad. So, on behalf of my family and the 272,000 Wells Fargo team members and the community in which we work, live, and do business with, I really want to thank you all for the incredibly hard work that you've done the last couple of years and for inspiring us all to think about how to harmonize our lives, our community, and our environment through innovative and intelligent design. So thank you.
I would suggest a very sharp father right here. Your children are very lucky, Mom. Thank you very much. That concludes the sponsor recognition segment of our program, but let's do one thing. Let's give these corporate partners who have made all of this that you're going to see over the next 10 days possible. Let's give them a huge Orange County and Irvine thank you. As many of you know by now, this is the first time the Solar Decathlon has been hosted outside of Washington, D.C., here now at the Orange County Great Park in Irvine, California. With us today is the mayor of Irvine, Stephen Choi. Mayor Choi has served, among other positions, as a Peace Corps language instructor, an educator, and now a public servant for a number of years. He has also founded and serves as director of Dr. Choi's Academy, which provides tutoring and academic enrichment programs for motivated students. It is a great honor to bring to the podium now the mayor of Irvine, Stephen Choi.
Good morning. I am Stephen Choi, the mayor of this great city of Irvine. What a privilege to greet all of your international guests and national guests at this special occasion, Solar Decathlon and Expo. And once again, I want to thank all the great sponsors, my personal appreciation in the city of Irvine. Although the federal government is partially shut down, the Department of Energy, this great event is alive here in Irvine. Isn't it great? It is a pleasure to welcome everyone to the host city of Irvine and the destination venue for the Solar Decathlon 2013, which is the Orange County Great Park. Today is a special day when the U.S. Department of Energy's Richard King decided to find the first location ever to move the Solar Decathlon from its home in Washington, D.C. he could have found anywhere, and he chose the city of Irvine. Thank you for that, and let's give him a great applause. And to the Solar Decathlon's Department of Energy, for so long time, but here, this year's event is gonna be the greatest one. I would like to recognize my city council colleagues who are here and ask them to please stand as a group. The Mayor Pro Tem, Great Park Chairperson Jeff Lalloway. Council member and Vice Chair of the Orange County Great Park, Christina Shea. Council member Larry Egren. Council member Beth Brown. We are the city council members. At the same time, we do serve on the Orange County Great Park Board. And today we have a special guest from the State Assembly representing our district and my district, Mr. Don Wagner, Assemblyman. Thank you all for your commitment to this wonderful event. This has been a 2-year journey of hard work and great vision. The opportunity to work with so many talented individuals and the chance to partner with the Solar Decathlon through the city of Irvine and its staff has been truly amazing. I am hopeful that you also tour today the first ever Expo, a clean, renewable, and an efficient energy exposition featuring innovative companies, speakers, products, and educational opportunities. I look forward to the ribbon cutting so that the Solar Decathlon we in Irvine have been waiting so long to begin will officially be underway. Thank you to the U.S. Department of Energy, and thank everyone that you are present here to celebrate this great event. Let's have a great day.
Thank you, Mayor Choi. To introduce our next guest, I direct your attention to the video screen for a short clip.
The Solar Decathlon is the name of a competition where students from universities build solar-powered homes that are judged in, you guessed it, 10 categories. A team from Santa Clara University has competed twice, coming in third place each time. An incredible achievement considering the larger, better-funded schools they compete against. Their secret weapon? Well, it just might be the subject of tonight's Playground Crash.
Father Jim Reeds is an advisor to Santa Clara's 2013 Solar Decathlon team.
Have people talked to Simon?
One of 20 from schools around the world competing to build the most efficient, livable, and attractive solar home they can.
Good day. That month?
Father Reeds was also an advisor for the school's 2 previous, very successful entries. No one around here thinks that's a coincidence.
I've never seen him down in spirits or tired. He's always ready to work.
Okay, let me hold this open for you.
Whether it's actually doing physical labor all day long or sitting around helping with design, things like that.
Well, obviously I do it. It's fun. It's exciting.
Father Reed says his interest in engineering started as a young boy in Southern California in his grandfather's workshop. In fact, his love of engineering was leading him down that career path until his love of God took him down another. Father Reed spent years studying philosophy and theology, but his tinker roots never left him.
The very first personal computer on campus in a department was in the Department of Religious Studies, and I built it from a kit.
So when the Solar Decathlon came to Santa Clara, Father Reed returned to his first love.
We've got to test it before we close it up.
Proving that even in technology, there's plenty his generation can teach this one.
I have to remind myself constantly. Well, you're 75 years old. You're almost 76 years old.
And on this campus, at least, religion and science can be very good neighbors.
You make the world a better place, which is engineering itself. You are there to make life better.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming a very special guest, Father Jim Reeds, Professor and Faculty Advisor of the Solar Decathlon, Santa Clara University team.
I do really, truly believe that what we're doing here makes the world a better place. What we do radiates out and changes and affects people's lives. Excuse the shameless plug for Radiant House. I had the privilege of participating in 3 solar decathlons, and I've seen especially the impact it's made on our students' lives. As was said last night, they are the rock stars of this event. But there's another rock star we all love, the indomitable and always exuberant Richard King. His enthusiasm for the event inspires us all to excel in what we do. We simply don't want to let him down. Thank you, Richard, for all that you do. Students, decathletes, you make us proud. I've been asked to speak as a faculty member. Could I ask all the faculty and staff to please stand up and be recognized? University faculties are dedicated to learning and the intellectual enterprise. We value critical thinking, creativity, imagination. We are educators. We work to make the world a better place by sharing the riches that all of us have learned in our studies and our research. Because of the Solar Decathlon, we're educators in hyperdrive. Never have we worked so closely with our students. Never have we had the opportunity to experience their passion, dedicated work, and drive to meet and exceed the goals that have been set for them. I'm sure many of us would share, many faculty, what my colleague Dr. Timothy Height said. My work with the Solar Decathlon teams has been one of the most rewarding experiences of my career. I've been so impressed with the abilities of our student leaders to grow with the project and to meet the extreme challenges placed before them. But honestly, we do it because it's fun, as I said in the video, because it's a delight. So why do I work for the Solar Decathlon? Yes, because it is a delight. As architects, we delight in beauty and form and fitness. As engineers, we delight in making complex things work and solving difficult problems with elegant design. All of us delight in learning. We delight when our students find creative and beautiful solutions to difficult problems using the practical and theoretical knowledge they have gained in class. We delight in the way that they work long and hard with focus, and yes, when we see their delight in their accomplishments, and they move from a diffident, how do I do this, to a confident and capable, and sometimes dismissive, I got this. The biggest delight, I think, for all of us is love. Why do we work so hard for the Solar Decathlon? Because we love our academic disciplines, because we love our students, and so yes, we love the Solar Decathlon. I'm praying for all the teams. Excuse me if I pray a little harder for Team Santa Clara. Go Decathlon!
I'm going to turn to all the distinguished speakers here on stage. I want everybody to notice that only one man had a standing ovation from his team. I think Edison and Bosch need to work on your people standing next time and cheering you guys, all right? Father Reitz, that was lovely. Thank you very much for being here and supporting this. Thank you. And now, here at last, it is a chance to finally meet the collegiate teams for the Solar Decathlon of 2013. This past week and a half, there's been a lot of hard work from these students, their advisors, their instructors, their friends. The competition, called Fun, is about to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, now is the time for them to shine. I'm going to ask our distinguished speakers if they would move behind me and find a seat here in the front so you can get a better view of our introduction of the true solar superstars. Decathletes, as I call your team, please come to the front steps of the stage for a photo and show us your team's support. We begin with Arizona State University and the University of New Mexico. I understand they've been hard at work this morning, putting final finishing touches on their home. Some of their team members may not be here, but these are some of their able representatives. So thank you all very much. Next up from the Czech Republic, the Czech Technical University from Prague. Let's give them a big hand. Thank you very much. From Kentucky and Indiana, the University of Louisville, Ball State University, and the University of Kentucky. Thank you very much. And as the teams finish their photo session, we're asking them to gather out here in the plaza, and we'll be walking for the ribbon cutting in just a moment. Next up, Middlebury College, home of the Panthers, and one of two teams from the great state of Vermont. Thank you very much. From Missouri University of Science and Technology, from Rolla, Missouri, the Show Me State. Let's hear it for this team. Thank you very much. From Northfield, Vermont, Norwich University. Terrific. Resplendent in red, it is now my great honor to introduce the team from Santa Clara University in the San Francisco Bay Area. Next up, two local teams, the Southern California Institute of Architecture and the California Institute of Technology. Love the tees and the gear, great design. Yes. Excellent, thank you. From the Bay Area, the number 5 ranked football team in America, Stanford University. One more time. Let's have that jump one more time. 1, 2, 3, there you go. All right. From the Garden State, New Jersey, Stevens Institute of Technology. down there, that's great. Thanks. Terrific. The first of two Canadian teams, Team Alberta, the University of Calgary. Welcome to Orange County and Irvine. Our second European team, Team Austria, Vienna University of Technology. European Dapper right here. Very cool. Is there not a best dressed category? Or most team members? They brought all of Austria. Make sure you're in there, ladies, so they can see you. Oh, nice. I can't wait to see their house stylized. Thank you very much. Straight from the nation's capital, and this group is not dysfunctional. Team Capital DC, the Catholic University of America, George Washington University, and the American University. I'm sorry. Oh, what university? Our second Canadian entry, Team Ontario, Queen's University, Carleton University, and Algonquin College. The numbers are dwindling in the room, so we have to get louder, all right? Louder. Compliments to the playlist creator. The walk-up music's excellent. Excellent. Nice job, James. From the Lone Star State, Team Texas, the University of Texas at El Paso and El Paso Community College. I suspect many of their team members are down at the house putting finishing touches on their wonderful home. From the Southeast, the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. I do need sunglasses with those shirts. Very cool. Quicksilver would be proud. Let's have a huge roar for our neighbors to the east, the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Yeah. Las Vegas would be proud, you guys. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome this group of Trojans from the University of Southern California. There we go. Ted, I don't think that's allowed, okay? I mean, that's... And finally, I need everybody in this hangar in the plaza standing and cheering for this team from Morgantown, West Virginia, the home of the Mountaineers, the University, West Virginia University. Absolutely. At this time, I'd like to ask our distinguished speakers if they would like to join the students out in the plaza. Gentlemen, you can go. For the rest of you, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention. Thank you for coming and supporting this morning at this opening ceremony. I now invite you to join our Solar Decathlon teams and enter the expo, gather at the Solar Decathlon Village for the ribbon cutting for this historic competition on this special day. Thank you all very, very much.